Hello everyone, Darth Snovia here. This is my review of a book that I was saying I was going to review at the beginning of the year, Maul Lockdown. What can I say about this book? Well, before I tell you what I think of this was one of the last books to be released in the original expanded universe. I believe this was released this is one of the more recent novels. It was released in 2013. The last year they released EU-related material. Along with Crucible, X-Wing, Mercy Kill, Honor Amongst Thieves, and Dawn of the Jedi Into the Void, these are some of the last books they released. And this is pretty good, this one. It really is. Really good. If you're a Darth Maul fan, this is definitely a story I recommend you reading. I mean, nothing wrong, not the bag on Shadowhunter. Shadowhunter's a great Darth Maul story too, but he's not really the protagonist. He's the antagonist in that book. Here he is actually a main character, and you get to see what parts of Darth Maul that you don't see, in the TCW or the movies. You get to see, him being forced to survive without relying on the Force. And his mission by Darth Sidious is basically to basically eliminate a person that's getting in the way of the grand plan. Also to deliver a nuclear weapon to the Bandagora, which is led by Kamari Volsa. Which I thought was very interesting. I mean, they did talk about a little bit about her character, on why she became leader of the Bandagora. I don't recall if they ever touched on that in other parts of the EU, but it is nice that they took a video game character from one of the video games and incorporated her into this. Even if it was very little of her in here, I thought it was pretty nice. Anyway, the big thing I love about this book is how much it connects with the rest of the expanded universe. Shadowhunter is connected in some way. The Dark Plagueis novel is connected in some way. New Jedi Order, even if it's a reference only in the first chapter, there's a connection there. It's just so much. This book is rich, with continuity. Not as much as Dark Plagueis, but it's just those nods to continuity was something that was really cool for me. But can this book be read without reading those stories? Of course it can. This book, if you're just looking for a Darth Maul story and you aren't really into Star Wars novels, or you're just starting out and you just want to read about some of your favorite characters, because that's how some people start off as EU fans. They read about their favorite characters first, then they go dive deeper. Well, this would be a good place to start if you're a fan of Darth Maul. And you want a Star Wars story that's mature, that isn't kid-friendly, like a certain Star Wars movie that's being released this year, which we should not talk about. Joe Sniver, which I'm going to comment on him. I haven't read his other work, but I really loved what he did here. Honestly, it did something different with the Star Wars expanded universe, at least the kind of tone and the kind of story. There really isn't really anything really like this book in the expanded universe, as far as I know. This is a book, if you're a Star Wars fan and you want a story that's more mature, this is it. And if you love Darth Maul as a character, but didn't really like that they killed him in Episode 1, if you consider his death in Episode 1 canon, and you want more stories of him, this is it. There's also a comic book miniseries, which has Darth Maul deal with the Black Sun, but we'll talk about that way into the future, not right now when I start doing comics. This is really good. It really is. It's hard to say which book I like more between the two, Darth Maul Shadowhunter or Maul Lockdown. They're both good books. They're both great. And if you're a Darth Maul fan, just read both, in my opinion. It's a great Darth Maul stories for both. It just shows you what a really cool character this character is, and what a good fighter he is too, especially in Maul Lockdown when he doesn't have the ability to use the Force because he has to remain undercover. And he has one of the most badass names ever. Jeremy could pronounce it, but I can't. I don't want to sound like an idiot, but I think it's Jaguar. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Jeremy. I sound like an idiot trying to pronounce his name. I can't do it. And plus, I don't want to do I don't want to do a re-recording of this review. This is my second attempt at it. Anyway, my final thoughts. Maul Lockdown is a novel. If you're looking for something different in the expanded universe, or you're just a Darth Maul fan and you want to read more of stories of Darth Maul in it, this is it. This book is relatively easy to find. I mean, you can find it in paperback in any of your local Barnes and Nobles or bookstores or Amazon, or if you're a hardcover kind of guy, you can find it for a good price in hardcover. This is a book I recommend reading. I really would recommend it if you love the character of Darth Maul, or you're just looking for a different kind of Star Wars story that you don't normally get, honestly, and you're kind of bored with some of the other stuff that you're reading. You want to read something different. This is it. Not that I'm bored with the expanded universe. I'm just saying that for some of those who may have read a lot of the material, more than I have, I give this book a 5 out of 5 stars. It's really good, especially if you love the character of Darth Maul. Now, Jeremy of Stupid Chainsaw Productions, shout out to him. I have to listen to the audiobook now that you've talked about it on your podcast. I really do. I might consider reviewing audiobooks, though. I don't know. It's up. Just ask for a question in the description below. Would you like me to talk about review the audiobooks for these novels too? Alongside them? I don't know. Maybe I could bring them up when I review them. But anyway, Darth Sinovia, over and out. Sorry for the late review. I really am. When your phone's fucked up like mine is, and that's your only method of really doing videos, you don't have a good computer to really do this shit on, it kind of holds you back. So, some of those reviews I do promise I'll try to get them up. I'm probably not going to do a July rundown because I would like to get the stuff I said I was going to review this month. So I may, if I do a rundown in July, I'll just tell you in that video. Anyway, just a quick reminder to everyone. I have a Q&A by the end of the month. If you have any questions, just ask in the comments below. It could be in this video. Just put Q&A and ask whatever question you want me to answer. It doesn't have to be Star Wars related if you don't want it to be. Ask me anything. I'm just throwing it out there, because as of right now, I probably have enough material for probably 10 to 15 minutes. But I could possibly do a longer video, but I can't do it unless you ask the questions. Anyway, may the Force be with you, and next time I'm going to review Star Wars Rogue Squadron, which is the first book of the X-Wing series. Later.